3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And you are not saving your special needs child. All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to get your life in order. If you don't, your life is going to continue to spiral out of control. But you're an adult. Your son is not an adult. Your son is 100% dependent on you, upon you, and you're just doing foolish things. The court is going to find you guilty, and the court.
We've got Judge Boyd on the bench, and trust me, she is not holding back on this so-called mother. Imagine this, a woman who abandoned her special needs child in a car, already has 2 CBS cases open, and still can't seem to stay off the drugs. At what point do you just admit you're the problem? Seriously, how do you fail this badly and still expect sympathy? And get this, she's had 36 chances in court. 36 as you watch. Let me know in the comments. Did Judge Boyd go hard enough, or was she too lenient on this walking disaster? Let's dive in and watch Judge Boyd serve some well-deserved justice.
Defense.
Michael DeLeon for Ms. Hernandez.
And are you Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And counsel, I know you were recently appointed to represent Ms. Hernandez. Are you waiving your time?
We are waiving any type of preparation period, Your Honor. I believe we have come to a resolution.
All right. Are you the same Victoria Irene Hernandez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 8599 for the offense of abandoning a child with intent to return on January 4th, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State.
Yes, Your Honor. Violating condition number 13 on or about the 23rd day of April 2024 in Bear County, Texas. Defendant Victoria Irene Hernandez did then and there operate a motor vehicle without a valid Texas driver's license in violation of condition number 13.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Waiver the remaining violating conditions.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 13, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Is there a proposed agreement?
So there's not.
All right. State, what are you requesting?
State's requesting revocation.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, probation had made a recommendation to extend for 1 year, place Ms. Hernandez in a DDRF, followed by mixed supervision and a parenting class. And as the court could see, she was in felony drug court. DDRF was held in abeyance last time as an option, and she is motivated to go to DDRF, be successful in it. Apparently the wait is only 3 to 6 weeks.
Court to do a charge like leaving your kid alone in a car for a long period with intent to return has got to have some serious prison time attached to it. Like, come on, that's not just say whoopsie my bad situation, that's just straight up reckless endangerment. Depending on the state, to which I'm pretty sure this is in Texas, this could land somebody with some serious child neglect, or even a child endangerment charge, which can carry years in prison. So, and I get it, some people will argue, but I was only gone for a minute, yeah. And it only takes a minute for a car to overheat a stranger to break in, or a kid to get out and start running through traffic like it's the
Why? Felony drug court is an intensive form of probation. I know that. But from reviewing the court summary at the sanctions that they gave you over there, and let me just tell you how many sanctions they gave you, which means this is how many chances they gave you. You understand? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's what you're coming to this court with. 36 times felony drug court was seeking to work with you. So you see where my mindset is? And do you understand why?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so I placed you on probation here. Well, it was heard on March 9th, 2022. And that's when you were sent to felony drug court. So I don't think you're a good candidate for probation.
Judge, if I could,
Yes.
one thing for Ms. Hernandez, the good thing about felony drug court for her was that it is our belief that it has worked. She has been clean since September, and if she was tested today, she's going to come up negative.
Mhm.
So, it's not like she totally, yeah, there's several things that she did do correctly in felony drug court. There are a number of things, obviously, as the court has seen, that weren't done correctly, but she's made a lot of her appointments, and she has ended up clean, which is the point of felony drug court.
I just don't think you're a good candidate. I mean, felony drug court. I mean, there are major issues, but instead they are still trying to work with you. And they tried to work with you a lot. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people want to stay on probation. They do. Like, nobody wants to go to prison. I don't take any joy in sending the people to prison. And everybody that I send to prison, or everybody I place on probation, I actually do remember them. Even as a defense attorney, I had some clients who ended up in prison. Guess what? I still remember them and wondering how they're doing, and hopefully they've changed their life. And it'll be the same with you.
Exactly, Judge Boyd really tried, but this horrible mother let down her kid, and the court 36 times. Like, how do you even mess up that much? Like, I honestly don't even know how that's possible. Like, you would actively be having to try to mess up that many times. Like, honestly, I don't even think I could mess up that many times if I tried. Like, also, I don't even care if she stayed clean. Probation literally sanctioned her 36 times. That's not just a little slip up, that's a full-time commitment to bad decisions. I mean, probation is literally a second chance, and she fumbled the bag every single time. Like, you don't think maybe she had a thought in her head like, oh, I got to do this for my kid, I got to stay out of trouble and keep doing good in probation. But no, she literally messed up every single time. Like, that's how you just know this lady does not care about her kid, because obviously if you mess up in probation, you're going to straight to jail. Like, at that point, what's the judge even supposed to do? Just give her another chance for the 37th time? I can only imagine what's going through Judge Boyd's head right now, and honestly, I don't blame Judge Boyd for whatever punishment is coming next. Let me know what you guys predict in the comments below. Let's dive back in to see what she has to.
Conviction before. That's why she wants to stay on defer. She's motivated for it, and that's why she was hoping that the probation's recommendation would be followed.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find 13 true. I'm going to revoke, find you guilty.
Anybody else? How about before all the past few years?
Judge.
Yes.
So I was going back and forth with the drug court personnel in this case, and there is some concern if she is given a sentence JSAT.
Oh, it's not going to be JSAT.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And what was the concern though? Now you've piqued everyone's interest.
Judge, they feel that a JSAT sentence is not the reason why she was kicked out of drug court and so forth. They just don't think JSAT would be appropriate. And some other concerns in regards to her child. So if she was given, from my understanding, there is a CPS open case for neglect and possible abuse. Not on me, on the father.
Okay.
There's an open case.
And state you're asking for revocation?
So we are not opposed to revocation, but we are not with JSAT.
Okay.
Judge, if
I mean,
may.
what I can tell you, I wasn't going to give her judgment satisfied. I just, let me just tell you what my thought processes were.
Yes,
My
Your
thought process in reading everything was I saw that there's a child involved, right? This case involves a child, and it's abandoned with intent to return. So I understand, and I understand that that child, they're telling the report is special needs,
Yes.
but she's making horrible choices.
So DDRF only lasts for long, probation only lasts for long. If we help her continue, she has a possibility of, one more chance. And the court has given plenty of chances before, but if she's given one more chance, there's a possibility that one day she's going to be still with this child, and that child needs a stable parent. And DDRF will help in that potentially.
And you are not saving your special needs child. So where is the child now?
He is with his father at the moment. The CPS case is on the father and the current girlfriend. And
So let me get this straight and correct me if I'm wrong. So you are saying that there's allegations of abuse and those allegations are abuse against the father who he's with?
yes, Your Honor. And the case has been open for about they opened one CPS case, my court did, because of the what they had found in my phone. And then the caseworker got in touch with
What did they
the
find?
father.
Wait, raise your right hand for me, please. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
So
State your name.
Victoria Hernandez.
What did they find in your phone?
So later on, they said that it was because the autism doctor recommended that they lock the door at night. But I thought they were just locking my son in the room all day. And so that's what drug court found on my phone when they were going through our messages, was me getting mad at the dad about locking my son in the room. And so they called CPS for neglect. And then the dad got another CPS case because I believe the school called CPS for neglect as well.
All right. Any objection to somebody from drug court zooming in?
Objection.
No objection.
All right. Just have a seat. Drug court is going to zoom in so we can get to the bottom of what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just not buying what she's saying personally. There's no way drug court is gonna see text messages about the father abusing the autistic child and just be like, well, case closed. They're gonna confirm that with the parents, social workers, or just somebody. They don't just take texts at face value like it's a group chat drama. And then coincidentally, the school calls CPS because the autistic child is having issues. Yeah, that timing is a little too perfect. Schools don't just randomly call CPS for fun. They're legally required to report when they suspect abuse or neglect. Mandated reporters have to step in when a kid's well-being is at risk. So either there's something going on that she's not telling us, or she's trying to twist the story to make herself look like the victim. Either way, I feel so bad for the kid because at the end of the day, they're the one caught in the middle of this mess. But let's go ahead and dive in and see what the drug court has to say about this whole story here.
Hi, Judge. How you doing today?
All right. How are you doing?
I'm great.
I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
Okay. All right. Ms. Hernandez, if you'll come down. We're back on the record in 2020 CR 8599, State versus Victoria Hernandez. All right. So we have Officer Garcia by Zoom. Any objections to her being by Zoom? Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. And the state has already stated that they do not have any objections. Officer Garcia, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Do you waive any confidentiality that Ms. Garcia has as it relates to your time in felony drug court?
You didn't want her talking about.
Oh, no, I don't mind.
All right, so you're giving up that right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any objection to her testifying in the narrative?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Officer Garcia, because I was inclined to sentence her to the Bexar County Jail under 1244 to 1 year. Can you tell us how she was doing? What have been the issues with her in the drug court, and what would be your recommendation for her?
As you saw in the court summary, we did work with her extensively. Every time there was a violation, we used progressive sanctions. We did have DDRF in abeyance, back on 9/20/2023. Instead of that, we went ahead and gave her the chance to do Alpha Home, which she did complete. However, she went right back to her old criminal thinking. People, places, the basics that we teach in felony drug court, kind of intertwined the two. And that is the only reason why we found out is it fell into our lap. It wasn't something that we were looking for. And we had concerns, again, because of her special needs child. We do have another case against her in CPS. So the CPS case, there is one pending for the father of her child, and we do also have one for herself.
All right. Do you know, with regards to the case for herself, what is that about?
Because of what was found on her phone.
So what was found on her phone has absolutely nothing to do with the child's biological father?
It's actually both of them are involved. But again, he was the only one that the case had. The first CPS case is only on him. So when we found the information that included both of them, a CPS case was filed against her as well.
So what was on her phone? Did it have to do with, I don't want to get into too much, but what was on her phone? Did it have to do with her as it relates to her and her child?
Yes. Concerning for her to be around her child. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then considering her case that she's on as well. So with that being said, we have seen often that we work with the individuals and there wasn't really enough progress, and we don't feel comfortable with probation doesn't like to recommend revocation. But we have seen in drug court that a lot of our participants are getting credit for time served. So we didn't want her to just, get a JSAT and be done, because then there's no problems that are fixed. And then we have the concern for the son. So that is very concerning. If I could recommend revocation without the JSAT, I would. And I would like to. That's what I would like to happen.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I do, Judge.
All right.
Officer Garcia,
Yes, sir.
throughout her time throughout felony drug court, she tested negative on multiple occasions, correct?
Can get to the bottom of what's going on, yeah. I'm just not buying what she's saying personally. There's no way drug court is going to see text messages about the father abusing the autistic child and just be like, well, case closed. They're going to confirm that with the parents, social workers, or just somebody. They don't just take texts at face value like it's a group chat drama. And then coincidentally, the school calls CPS because the autistic child is having issues. Yeah, that timing is a little too perfect. Schools don't just randomly call CPS for fun. They're legally required to report when they suspend abuse or neglect. Mandated reporters have to step in when a kid's well-being is at risk. So either there's something going on that she's not telling us, or she's trying to twist the story to make yourself look like the victim. Either way, I feel so bad for the kid, because at the end of the day, they're the one caught in the middle of this mess. But let's go ahead and dive in and see what the drug court has to say about this whole story here. Busted. I love how at the beginning of this hearing her attorney was out here confidently claiming she stayed clean throughout felony drug court, like really you guys said that with a straight face. And now it turns out she lied about that and the CPS case. That's just so wild, because let's be real, courts don't just make stuff up for fun. If CPS got involved, there was a reason. And now we're finding out she never mentioned that she was also involved in the abuse of her child. Oh yeah, that's a whole different level of shady. Courts take child abuse very seriously, especially Judge Boyd too. From the past hearings I've seen, we're talking felony charges, potential prison time, and losing custody permanently. And yet she tried to act like she was some innocent bystander. The math is not mathing in this one. Is this just a bad legal strategy, or did she really think her and her attorney could just lie the way out of this one? There was no way she was dodging jail time with 36 sanctions from felony drug court. At that point, it's like she was speedrunning her way to a sentence. And honestly, it's just sad. This woman clearly didn't love her kid enough to make better choices and actually take care of him. I feel terrible for this child. He never even had a shot at a good life with parents like this. And sure, I'd like to hope the father steps up, but let's be real, that's probably not happening unless CPS actually intervenes. What really freaks me out is that, at the time of this hearing, the kid was with the father, the same father who had an open CPS case. How does that even happen? That just seems way too sketchy. But since I don't have all the details on that, I won't speculate too much. Either way, Judge Boyd handled this one perfectly. She didn't let this woman talk her way out of it. She got caught lying, and Judge Boyd called her out. What do you guys think? Did Judge Boyd get it right, or should things have gone differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments. That's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I really appreciate all of you, and I post every single day, so stay tuned. Also, if there's a court case you want me to cover, let me know in the comments.